Alright, I think we're alive now. Cheers, Steven. Hopefully, I have the last settings sorted out. With any luck, I think we're live. Yeah, sorry, it was all over the place. I figured I might as well just see how things go and try them as much as I can live, and with any luck, it'll work. Gregory, cheers. I think we might be alive. We might actually have a stream tonight. I'm not sure. We'll see. Let me know if we have audio and video. I think we're promising here. This is the entire new OBS setup I have not really done much with before. Oh, found a phantom window. I think we're golden. I think we're live. Might as well work the kinks out. I was going to do this as private broadcasts and mess around a little bit, but I think it's just as easy to just do it live and see where we end up. So, not the Monday Night Live show, but hopefully this will do. Thank you, Steven. It's coming through. I got it on my end in my phantom window. Gregory's thumbs up. Good stuff, guys. Long story short, I don't have much tonight other than what I did is I got the AeroFly RC7 flight sim, and I don't know, I can't believe that I missed this thing for so long. I've been flying Realflight G3 point some odd for years, way outdated, antiquated kind of junk, and I thought I'd give this thing a try, so I grabbed it off of Steam last night and just thought I'd see how it goes. Rebel Coder is here. Awesome. Cheers, guys. Nothing fancy tonight, just kind of a I don't know, I'm not a gamer broadcaster. Maybe Steven can give me some pointers, but I thought I'd maybe just mess around with this and we'll see how it works. You do have this one, Steven. I totally missed out on this. With any luck, let's see if we can get... I don't know where the pause is, but we'll see if we can knock the sound volume. I have no idea on the levels. This is the learning experience that we're going to go through, but I'm going to go ahead and we'll change it over to a fixed wing plane. And with any luck, the streaming is not going to drop a whole bunch of frames or be stupid or anything like that. What should we start with, guys? Yeah, I always want to start with something crazy aerobatic. 10 kilogram. This is only the base version, which was $46 Canadian. Glitch is here. Hey, Glitch. We're just gonna mess around with a flight sim just for the giggles of it tonight. What should we fly? PT-40. You can't go far wrong with a PT-40. Do the DJI. Yeah, I don't have it on here. I don't have the DJI available. All models. So the base version doesn't have jack squat. So we'll just stick with this. And we'll, yeah, J3. Let's try the J3 next. I don't think we can go too far wrong with a Cub, but with any luck, I'm just checking my streaming setup. I didn't spend much time before the broadcast making sure that we actually had things set up that would work. Yeah, I think it is, Steven, the second tier version. I gut feeling, I think I'm gonna grab it, to be honest. This thing works surprisingly well so far anyway, just messing around with it, but yeah, the graphics are this thing is light years ahead of my Realflight program, like light years. And this is not a complex scenery. We'll change up the scenery here momentarily if I don't crash into this stuff, but it does really not bad, all things considered. Hopefully I'm just gonna let me just stall this into the ground basically and come around and I'm just gonna have a look at the settings here. We'll let that bounce away while I look at the settings. And oh, it did crash. Stream looks good. Thank you, Steven. This is the first time setting up for any of this, so I'm gonna learn. I figured I'd learn with you guys and hang out and have a good time. And only downside is there's no first-person onboard camera view. Yeah, I was able to find one plane, and I don't remember what it was. There was one aircraft that I used that did have a first-person view. I thought it was one of these trainers. I can't remember. I have to... Was it the Fun Jet? No. I can't remember. One of them did work though. I was quite amazed actually. Let's try something a bit more fun. What should we try? I don't think we can try the S-Bach yet. I gotta get my thumbs into this, guys. I haven't flown all winter, so... No audio glitch said. And so it's like you're controlling it from the ground. Yeah. Yeah, so we can't do the fancy views with this one either. What have we got on this? We've got flaps. Yeah, we got flaps. We got retractable gear, and we should be able to fly. Let's see if we can get this thing off the ground. Actually, here, let me just crash this thing. Actually, let's try not to crash it. Let's just bring it around nice. What's behind me? I never look behind me. Let me bring it in a little nice here. Let's see if I can adjust the audio a little bit, because I don't think there's any audio coming through. I'm not sure. How far away can you fly? Well, pretty much as far as you can see, kind of like normal RC. You can just fly as far as you can visually see. Let's see if gear up. Yeah, there we go. Gear up. I think the flaps are up. I think we're good. So I'm just using a cheap USB control transmitter that I got ages ago. It's the Copter X. I'll do a quick video review on this in the near future, but it's working beautifully with the Copter X. Other than you can't, it's got no expo, so the controls are incredibly twitchy, like crazy twitchy. On the helicopters are nearly impossible to fly. Steven said audio was good. Awesome, thank you guys. And I can barely hear the aircraft audio in my headset. I've got it like pretty much dragged down to nothing, but I guess there's not much to hear unless you like the sound of aircraft. Let's see if we can get this thing up to speed. The flight dynamics of this are really realistic. I have to say, it flies really well. Other than the twitchy aspect. Here, let's see if we can throw some flaps in and some gear. Let's go around. See if we can line up a little bit here. Do a little bit of a nasty slip condition here and bleed off some speed. Not bad for the first time landing that. I'm not gonna complain. Oh, except a little bit of damage on the wing, just a little bit. It's all right. I didn't pay for it. The graphics and stuff are really good. I have to say, thoroughly impressed with this thing. What I did find, let's see if we can go. I don't know how this is gonna work on the stream. It might get really grumpy. The 4D scenery, if we load this one, I found you could change the time of day, and man, it looked really good. Where did I do that? Where was time of day? Do you guys remember? Under simulation settings, conditions, yeah. You drop this down to morning, or late afternoon. Let's see how this works. We got full flaps. Let's fire it up. Let's bring it back around. Yeah, it does have multiplayer, Steven. Whether it's approximator or real physics. So I can vouch just by the way it flies on a couple of the aircraft, and I'm just starting to play with this. The physics aren't perfect, but they are no worse than say Realflight, like my old Realflight G3. The physics, I guess it depended on the plane. This plane is extremely docile, but it is a big plane, so I guess it's reacting. It seems a little bit too friendly, but if you move into the helicopters, they're really accurate and too twitchy, more twitchy than a normal heli, at least with this controller anyway, and this version of this particular software. So I guess it's a little bit of a toss-up. It depends on where, what plane and what conditions. I have the conditions like right calm here, so like that actually should have stalled. I'm on the verge of a stall, like really slow speed here. Yeah, it's not bad. I don't know. I guess we'd need someone to fly the exact models who's flown these exact sizes and models in real life, and then we would know. I should throw on some wind conditions and we should see what it'll do. Let's see. How are we gonna do here while you guys are watching? Yeah, that's not real good. Scrape a wing again. Glitches here. It's got audio. Looks good. Thank you. Awesome. What else we got? Let's try something. What should we try for a plane here, guys? Just messing around with it and see how it'll go. Oh, this could be fun. Is this a turbine? Yeah, it totally is. No flaps. Air brake. But I don't have it configured, so we'll see how it does. Yep, it doesn't do that. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I don't know how streamers keep up on chat. There's the gear. There. At least we got the gear up. Let's see if we can get it around where we can actually see it. The helis, I think, would be better for live streaming, because then we can at least keep them close. That's wide open. Let's bring it by fast. Oh, yeah, that's not gonna work. Let's try something else. Gregory. What else we got? Let's play. Let's try a heli. Oof. Let's not take off in acro mode. This is gonna be messy. Let's see how this goes, guys. That is one insane looking helicopter. That is nuts. What a goofy looking machine. And if I remember how to fly a heli, it's been a long time since I've flown actual helicopters. That is Eric having to relearn for sure. Oh, that's not gonna end well. Hold on, let's get it back under control here. Maybe not. Oh, right into the sun. Yeah, Eric's got to relearn how to fly helis. I can tell you quads are a lot simpler. Oh, there we go. This thing is a beast. What a crazy, crazy machine. That is really, really weird. Let's see if we can set it down, then I can maybe switch out to something else. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, that just chopped myself to bits. If that was real life. You think that one has first person? Cool. Oh, it sure does. Cockpit. Which one do we want? This must have been... No, we don't want that. Follow mode. So probably just cockpit, eh? What happens when we do that? Let's take it up for a rep. Cool. That's kind of fun. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with this. Not my flying skills, but the overall, the simulation itself. No glitch. I'm using this Copter X USB unit I bought off of eBay ages ago for Realflight G3 point whatever the heck, and it's working quite well actually. Trainer cable, yeah, as long as you have the trainer cable that you can go to USB, you should be good. This worked right out of the box, and this was not friendly with Realflight at all. It's not what it was designed for. This cheap Chinese knockoff, and this plugged in and just worked right off the bat. Try a jet. Rebel coder set. All right, let's try a jet. Let's try the. I think the Bobcat's a turbine, right? If not, the Fun Jet's basically a jet. Oh, we have flaps on this too. Cool. Let's go. I think I like it better from the ground view. Holy smokes. This is nuts. That works really well. The shadows on the ground and stuff are pretty impressive. Okay, let's does anyone know how to restart the... Oh, there we go. Let's go to what's the normal view? What the heck? What's this mode do? That doesn't... Let's follow. How do we get it back just in normal view? Oh, I guess that's it. Oh, can we bring it back? That is way out of sight. Let's see if we can bring it back. Do I get like 5 points if I get this thing back in one piece from like 2 miles out? Guess we can. There we go. Let's go. That was fun. Needs a HUD. Yeah, for sure. On the left hand side you have a sub menu. There's a fighter jet icon. Try that. Yeah, most of them I think are... Yeah, this just gives you the two that I predicted. Because we don't have all the unlocked planes for the full version. This is just the cheap $40 version, so but it works pretty good, all things considered, in my opinion. I just love the graphics, the lens flare and stuff. It's really well done, better than what I saw in like Flight Simulator X and stuff, for Realflight sim stuff. Sorry guys, I'm trying to catch up on the chat here too, so we're just... Does anybody know how the pause button? Yeah. I did bring it back. Yeah, here, let's play with something else rather than just keep crashing those into the ground. What else we got? It has a surprising... Oh yeah, we gotta try a fun jet. How do you get the fun jet off the ground though? Because it's a hand launch. Spacebar? Oh, spacebar worked. This is I have a park jet from Hobby King, and the thing is absolutely bananas. It's very similar. Oh come on, that just skimmed the ground. That wouldn't even killed mine. Their modeling was wrong there. It's famous last words. Come on, that didn't kill it. My little park jet is just an absolute riot to fly, but it is a little stressful. This, I would say the modeling on this is really similar. Sorry guys, you probably can't see jack squat because it's just a dot in the sky. We need something bigger. Let's see if we can bring this in one piece, perhaps. If it flies anything like my little park jet, that little sucker just basically stalls out of the sky unless you bring it in stupid fast. This one's twitchy. I would kill for a little expo right now. Yeah, let's bring it in a little cross field. Let's see if we can bleed off some speed and come back. Just come right into ourselves here. Yeah, not bad. It's in one piece. Rapid unplanned disassembly. Yeah, for sure. I have to say I'm pretty impressed with this. Crash landing is still a landing. Yeah, it sure is. What else we got to play with? I think I should stay away from the helis, because I'm just going to end up smashing them. Let's smash up a 450. Actually, here, no, let's... Can't see squat on the 450. What's a bigger... They gotta have a bigger heli here. But a sport. I thought they had a Raptor 50 or something. Robo Logo 400. Why am I not seeing it? I'm sure they had something bigger than a 450. Is that a 50 scale? Eh, big enough. Get out acro. Yeah, this should do. This should, I should be able to crash this sufficiently well. So there's no expo. I'm barely touching these controls at all. This is, for me, is virtually impossible to fly. It's just brutal. Oh, I think we crashed it. Ooh. Are we still streaming? Yep. Not only did we crash it, we killed the simulator. Oh, she's back. Makes me want to finish the parts for my Versa. Yeah, absolutely. I still have that other Versa that I want to build. I need to get on it. One of these days, eh? One of these days. Yeah, this is extremely... I don't know whether... Oh, let's get away from that. I don't know how well the stick movements, yeah, they're over accentuated on the screen. The movements on my actual control, I wish I had a webcam set up. I am not moving nearly that much stick movement, so yeah, I can vouch that this cheap control does work, but it's too much. Definitely need to. I wonder if we can program the one of my cheap radios, the computer radios, to hook up through the USB. I wonder if that's possible. Does anyone know? Yeah, the simulator is pissed. Apparently it doesn't like crashing with this particular model and this scenery. I think we might have actually somewhat killed it. There, let's load a different aircraft. Glitch said that we should do an FT Explorer as a trainer with dihedral. Yeah, for sure. There, let's get the chat window up. There, that should be better. Yeah, something with some dihedral is a good trainer, for sure. And Gregory said building an Arduino quad is interesting so far, for sure. That would be any of the quads are a lot of fun. What should we play with here, guys? Let's try that. And Rebel Coder said how's your microsatellite going? I haven't done anything on it in a long time. My bad. It's sitting on the shelf right there. I haven't done jack squat, to be honest. One of these days. Can we turn smoke on in this thing? Why doesn't the smoke assignment work? One of these buttons must be smoke. Come on! Didn't know Verky. Pissed it off. To hell with smoke. We'll just fly real fast. Oh, there it goes. It's just hardly visible in this lighting conditions. This is just wide open throttle. Just beat the heck out of it. Why not? Let's smarten up and fly right. Let's see how this flies when I'm actually paying attention to it. There we go. We're good. And, the flight dynamics on this thing are fantastic. Scenery's not bad. I have to say, for like $40 or whatever it was, $46 I think, a person can't go too far wrong. Oof. That was bad. Love the fact that you can just fly foolish. So much different than flying the real RC planes. It is, I don't know, the dynamics are a little bit off here. I can tell. I'm able to do more than I should be able to, but at the same time, certain things are less. Like that, just before that last crash, I should have been able to bail out of that. With the amount of airspeed I had and the control authority that this biplane has, I should have been able to bail out of that, but it wouldn't let. Like, that was full tilt and it just couldn't do anything about it. So I think there's some areas that it's a little off, but for somebody just learning, this would be great. And don't fly like this. If anyone, I'll leave this unlisted after the broadcast. No one should get the idea that flying an RC like this, like into yourself over the pits, this is just, you don't fly like this in real life, but we can here. Let's see if we can dump this thing down on the ground. What happens if we just bleed off a whole buttload of speed here? Yeah, let's go around. Let's see. I'm not gonna have enough speed doing that. It's, now I'm just messing around instead of actually bringing it in. The slow speed is not really realistic here. Like, that should have, by all rights, fallen out of the sky, to be honest. It should have stalled right out of the sky, but it's really weird. Some things are really close and others not so much. Some things are really good, though. Yeah, that's just a really bad landing, but it worked. It's on the ground anyway. Do you guys have a 3D printer at home, printing material strong enough for electronics projects, or is it easier to 3D print to order? I have a 3D printer myself, so does Glitch, so does Zach, so does Steven, I think. I'm not sure. Steven? Yeah, Steven's got one just recently. I find it's way better to get a printer than to rely on people to print or services. But with that said, today I actually had one of my best friend actually print something for me because I was too lazy to get my printer back working. It needs a little bit of a tune-up. But what's this thing? Let's try this. This looks like a beginner style plane. Might be good for... Oh yeah. If anybody wanted a trainer, this would be a good trainer. I forgot I was going to change the scenery. What happens? Let's just leave the flaps down and see if we can stall this thing right into the tarmac. It just floats. A little bouncy, but made a loud noise. Said that was a crash, but that totally wasn't a crash. What else do we got for sceneries? Flaps down. Let's see what this does. This is kind of cool looking scenery too. It's all a lot of photoreal textures and stuff. And the shadow effects and stuff, the sunlight effects are really, really impressive actually. Said that was a crash. I would beg to differ with the flight dynamics there, that was a crash. Like, it was a hard bounce, but not many gear would collapse under that. Let's see if we can bring this around. Basically see if we can bring it in for a little bit more of a normal landing this time. If we can get lined up on the runway, would be a good start. No crash that time. This is my first time playing this, guys, since I grabbed it last night, so other than a little bit of a quick mess around last night, but it's a little bit of a learning curve here, but like any real aircraft. Zach's printing a boat. Large RC boat, very cool. Let's see if we can roll this thing. Oh, this thing is a slug. I didn't look what size it is, but it's got to be brutally big. Just by the way it flies, like this has got to be quarter scale or something. It's awfully sluggish. And on the ground it looked quite large. We still got the flaps down? Yeah, let's see if we can actually line up here for something half decent. I tell you, it floats a long time. And it said that was a crash. Like, really? Come on. That did not damage it. I'm just mad at that plane now. That was not a crash. Here, let's take the Warhawk. Is this a Warhawk? I think it's a P40. Let's take this out for a rip. And then I'm going to call it quits here, guys. I'll mess around with this a little later. I want to finish up a couple of some Arduino coding, but I'm not going to stream it live because I need to spend too much time Google searching stuff, to be honest. It won't be that interesting. It's not all raw coding. And then we'll see how that project comes together tonight. Let's see if we can bring this round nose in. The roll rate is way too low on this. That's wide open throttle. But the elevator authority is massive, and I know this plane has massive ailerons. It's really soft. Like it should respond like a warbird, but yeah, it's not. It should be slow, but it shouldn't be this slow. But the elevator authority is just foolish. Like here's full back elevator, and that's the way it's reacting. That's actually unrealistic. It should be much more sluggish than that. So they actually got it slightly inverted. But I wonder whether we can, in the Pro version, can you tune the flight dynamics a little bit like you could in Realflight? I wonder. That would be pretty cool. Let's see if we can bring this around. Bleed off some speed here because I've just been a foolish speed demon. That was basically wide open, I think, most of the time. Yeah, too high. Just go around and bleed off some more. It's tough to... It's not tough, but the judging altitude in here, I think, takes some getting used to. I guess I have to get used to the zoom level and stuff. I'm not going to hit this approach, I'm just bringing it by. I guess you got to get your head around the spatial dimensions of the field and stuff, and how the simulation works. It is significantly different than Realflight. But that actually should have stalled, to be honest. I'm not sure what my airspeed is, but it feels awfully slow. I'm just going to plunk this at the end of the runway here. Maybe I'll bring it in the other way. According to the windsock, that's the way I should have been coming in anyway, even though the wind's really low. Yeah. This thing floats. A little bouncy, but nonetheless, it's there. It doesn't like you. Alright guys, I think I'm going to call it quits tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys got to see something with this AeroFly that you didn't see before. This thing was entirely new to me. It's a couple of years out on the market. Steven knew about it and he's got it, but I don't know, I just missed it somewhere along the way. I don't know why I never saw it. But oh yeah, here's the J3 Cub. This thing is a little micro. This is one that I did try last night. It's like one of these little tiny ones that you'd get. Does the rudder not even work on it? Seemingly not. Seems like a bank and yank. Awesome stuff, guys. I will check you guys out on Monday. Have a great weekend, the rest of it. hopefully you guys have a great Saturday night, and I will see you Monday for the live show. Cheers.